Hi, Darrell Zimmerman from Grace Place Wellness Ministries. Hey, we were disappointed you weren't able to join us at our recent donor appreciation dinner. We had a great time, but I wanted to give you an update about the great things that are happening here at Grace Place because of your partnership with us. First of all, this has been a really tough year and a half for pastors and church workers. Some recent research has indicated that about 3 out of 10 pastors right now are considering leaving the ministry because of these extraordinary demands placed upon them, having to do things that they were never trained for, never expected. And we know that our school teachers and others in our ministry staffs are having a really difficult time also. It's been a challenging time for us here at Grace Place Wellness also. All of our events in the last year and a half have been shut down, and that helped us to identify a flaw that we've known about for some time in our ministry, that we only do live in-person events. So, starting a year and a half ago, I mentioned to you at our last gala in the fall of 2019 that we'd be developing some new resources. And here's how we spent the last year and a half getting those things ready. First of all, when our president and CEO, Randy Fowler, moved on to new adventures in ministry, and when our office manager, Kathy Griffey, also moved on, we decided not to replace them. So Beth McAnallen and I have been continuing on alone. The first order of business was, let's finish that book that we were talking about at the gala in 2019. The book was published and released in January of this past year. After an initial push with our ebook sales, we went to #1 on Amazon. The book itself has sold over 2,000 copies around the country, and we're getting a great response from some district presidents who've been buying a copy for every pastor in their district. Along with the book, which helps a church worker identify what do you need to work on in your personal wellness plan, we've developed a series of 8 workbooks to help them to address their particular needs. So after reading the book, they order one of these workbooks and get to work developing their own personal and family wellness plan to continue on. We've also redone our branding and our website. If you haven't checked out our website lately, be sure and go to graceplacewellness.org and check out all of our new designs. Then over the past year and a half, I spent a lot of time on Zoom doing online pastors conferences in every corner of the Missouri Synod. That made us think maybe we ought to be doing more of this online stuff. And starting again back last January, we've been meeting every week doing Grace Place Wellness programming with pastors from all across the country. The pilot program went really well. We're now actively recruiting pastors to join us for a small monthly fee. And our target is to have 100 pastors meeting every week online to do Grace Place Wellness programming. A second book was needed because the first book was really geared mostly towards pastors. The second book is in publication right now, and it's targeted directly at Lutheran school teachers, DCEs, ministers of music, all of those people working in our churches who are not ordained ministers. In October, I'm really glad to announce that my schedule is full. I am traveling again, doing live pastors' conferences. Here's what we envision for the future of Grace Place. We're still going to do those live retreats and conferences whenever we get the opportunity. But now we've got the book to send home with people and the workbooks to keep them going, not just a mountaintop experience at the retreat, but that long-term work that's needed for a wellness plan for all of our church workers. But the greatest thing is that through the new online retreats, the books, and the other resources, we'll be able to reach out and serve people who will never be able to make it to one of our live events, to our retreats. You're making a big difference. We have decided as a board it's time to start looking at a successor for Darrell in this ministry, And we're hopeful that in coming months, we'll bring somebody on board who will work with me for maybe a couple of years as we get all of this new kind of programming launched. We're even looking at the possibility of training and deploying people across the land who know and understand our resources, and it can help us multiply the ministry by taking advantage of opportunities that we have to decline right now because our staff is so limited. So you're making a huge difference. This is the time to be talking about worker wellness in the church. Your generous support has made all of these new things happen and is going to help us to launch into bigger and expanded ministry in the future. Thank you again so very, very much. God bless you in all of your adventures of faith, and I look forward to connecting with you again really, really soon.